Alrighty, welcome everybody. This is the long-awaited video. This is Al and Andre, and today we're going to teach you about Scaring 101. What you need to do as soon as you enter that haunt to perfect and put on a show. Alright, Junior, if you want to lead with the entering the room phase.
Well, what I like to do is when I enter a room is I picture myself going through the haunt, and I think of like almost like a movie set, and it's like what would scare me at this moment, and then I play off of that, like, doing a jump scare, or if I saw a mannequin that all of a sudden just starts moving, or if you want to have more of an interactive experience, say you're like me, a doctor, you when the person walks in, start talking to him immediately, and sound creepy, look creepy, act creepy, and from there you can pretty much control the room and just make it your own.
Yeah, when it comes down to like making it your own, like what he hit it straight on the head. Like the minute you walk in, like pick spots where you feel like you could get the best scare from. Like simple as like almost like painting a mental, like placing it, like thinking it through, like, okay, here's where the guest enters, here's where the guest leaves, all the way to like finding ways to uniquely scare them. Like, let's say you have furniture, or like, let's say in my room, for God's sakes, a chapel, you have so many places to go, corners, behind dummies, behind the big altar, and all the way to the confession boxes, all the way on the other end of the room. Like, utilizing the space you have to the fullest and making sure that you can get the best out of the room you're placed in. So like what Junior said, like actually acting like you're in that role. Like, do you have anything to add to that, Junior?
Yes, another thing, especially with the asylum, is the ambience of the asylum. They'll talk about certain things that, wouldn't fit within the 1939 to 2002 experience. So act dumbfounded by that if you are talking, if it is a talking role. If it is more of a scaring role, then you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, no, literally, like picking, like deciding like what you are. So me, I'm the Pope, and I'm in there with one other person. It depends, one or two other people. Like taking that role and using it to its capability. Like if you're like Pope, like they preach, they talk. In this case, I would be the altar boy. So I would be in the chapel. I would be the one that is confessing to the confession boxes. I would be there, and like without breaking character. That's huge. No breaking character. But like when you're in that scene, you're there at the moment, make it sound so real. Get into their head. Mess with what they're actually seeing. Make them second guess. Holy cow, like this is real. Even though it's like a haunted house, it's scary, but like make them so terrified that they just all they want to do is leave. Like, get them out of your room. Now, at work today, I did hear somebody that actually went through that left me good advice. Like, they said it was almost too bright. Like you could see things coming. Almost like it was too bright. I mean, Junior, do you have anything to add with what I just said before I mentioned the guest's experience? Or did we kind of smack it right on?
I think we kind of covered that, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if anybody has any questions, or feel free.
Yeah.
I mean, me, I just believe in staying in character and staying within the time period. I mean, to me, that's very important, because I talk about, like, in my room, I talk about, like, the latest, rock and roll music, which at the time would have been, like, Elvis or James Dean, and, the older folks are like, yeah, I like that,
Because if you can't scare them, like, put on a show, because trust me, they'll leave your room laughing, and that's more memorable I mean, by the end of the night, they'll be like, "Wow, this place was scary. This place was scary." But then, "Oh wow, that person really made me laugh."
Yeah.
And that was really funny. And that's what's going to get you the good reviews. But yeah, no, as I was saying before, like somebody went through our haunt the night that we decided to switch roles, and in general that Saturday Sunday range, they went through there twice, and they kind of broke it down to like getting into people's fears. Like they straight up said, like darker, like if you're a clown, like they're like clown fears. Like clowns, I know she mentioned clowns. She mentioned dark, like darkness. It's gotta be more dark in there. Like they said that it was so light that they could pick. Like, oh, this person's gonna jump out there. Oh, this person's gonna be predictable, right, coming out of there. And it's like that was just a couple of the reviews I got that I thought maybe we could talk more on. But we kind of hit the point of just going like the minute it all starts. As soon as you enter that room and utilizing that space to your best capability. Like Junior, for an example, he's in a really tiny room.
Yeah. It's
Like
small.
it's just him. Like him to be able to sit there and lead the show with pride and confidence and willing to send people through the haunt right away would get them either scared or laughing, which that happens all the time. It sets the mood the whole way. And he's a great way to start the show. Now me, on the other hand, I'm almost at the end of the A-wing. So like sometimes the minute they'll enter in the chapel, they'll be like, "Holy cow! Oh no 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 no!" You'll get so many reactions the minute they flip open that curtain. Oh boy, they'll let you have it. They talk to each other, they talk to the people in their groups, and wow, this is almost like the part from The Nun, or like they'll sit there and act all, they'll really like live that scene that they saw and the predicaments that could actually happen, and that's what makes it freaky. But overall, do you have anything else to add?
Yeah. Overall, be comfortable with your role, or as much as you possibly can, and remember that every group is going to react differently. So there are going to be times when you have to improvise, as much as you don't want to. If you feel comfortable with a haunt, just like do something like out of the ordinary and see if it's either a hit or a miss. If it is a hit, play with that, go with it. If it's a miss, then say, well, I tried it twice and nobody's really picking up on it, so I'm not going to do that anymore. But then, focus on the things that do work, that do scare people, that do make them laugh. It can be anything, or at least freak them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to freak people out.
Yeah.
I give like unsolicited doctor advice.
And it works all the time.
It does. There was a girl who was like super skinny, and there's a disease called Marfan's, and I said, "Oh, I see we got Marfan's here," and then she looked at me like her face went pale because it was like, I went to 2 doctors and none of them told me about Marfan's, and I said, "Oh, maybe they just weren't qualified."
Oh, PhD.
Yeah, but I have fun with my role, and it's not just. I mean, for me, it's not a job. It is something I love to do. I love scaring people.
Yes, that is huge. Like especially when you work at the Sheboygan Haunted Asylum and the leadership we have there. Like the experience that you get, like even when it comes to like making them laugh or like actually getting them scared, the fact that you're able to make them have not a like it says in the rule book, not like a trauma, but you want to be able to send them like, whoa, that was really good. Like we should for sure go next year. Or like, wow, my favorite part was this, and this. Right. When Junior pulled out the good old lobotomy stick and said, "Where do you want this to go?" Like that's what you want. That's what you want to remember. The funny laughs that'll keep you going, and not only that, but some of the terrific scares, all the way to the chainsaws, to the holy water, to the B-wing strobe lights, everything. I've had people go through there and say a whole bunch of good things, like "Holy cow, Ray, that was good," or "Holy cow." But yes, we just have to remember that there will be sticks in the mud. There will be people that that'll pick, but that's because they get satisfaction off that. But one thing you have to remember though is that you are at the Sheboygan Haunted Asylum to scare and send them with a couple laughs that'll be memorable.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I think we kind of gave them all we could in a nutshell.
Yeah. I mean, aside from the obvious, which is, good hygiene, good manners.
Yes. And not breaking character.
Don't ever break character. Nope.
Because then it'll just fall from there.
Nope. Even when the leads come into my room, I do not break character.
Nope. Oh, yeah. You can ask Jenna, Karina, Dustin, all the leads. Literally all of them. And that's the ultimate test.
Yep.
Not breaking character.
Don't break character.
Aside from that, though, thank you all so much for requesting this video. Glad we could prepare just a quick video to talk about our perspectives.
Our perspective. Yeah.
But now, ultimately, when you go into your room, now you'll have kind of a feel for it, as in like going through like utilizing that room, and especially if you're new to scaring. Me and Junior worked last year at the Haunted Asylum, and that was kind of where we did that phase, like what works, what doesn't.
Yeah.
So that's why it's very good to ask somebody with experience to kind of hear their opinion. So I'm very grateful for that we were able to make this video, and we hope to see you Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Woo! Clocking out.
Clocking out.